Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a gluten-free ravioli recipe, and in here we're making our own gluten-free pasta and we're making the stuffing and the sauce, so I'll show you all the steps for it. Today we're making gluten-free pasta from scratch, so you can see all the ingredients here, and I'll let you know like the ingredients, where to get them from step by step as we go through. So if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at Javine Sangera, and I'm sharing loads of other recipes and reels for gluten-free food there. And yeah, so let's get started with the recipe, and I hope you really enjoy it. So we're starting off with 200 grams of gluten-free plain flour, and that is gluten-free plain flour, and 200 grams of gluten-free rice flour. Now you can get this from Dove's Farm or any local supermarket that provides gluten-free ingredients. We're also using gluten-free xanthan gum, and this is to give our pasta a nice structure and shape and make sure it doesn't break. We're also using extra virgin olive oil, some salt, and 4 eggs. So the recipe for this is 400 grams of flour, 4 eggs, and then our gum, oil, and salt. And this is all we'll need to make our dough. So I'll show you now what we do and how we assemble it. So first of all, we're just going to add all our flours into our add all our flour together and mix it. For our xanthan gum, we're going to be using around 1 to 1.5 tablespoons, depending on how much pasta you want to be making, if you want to double or half the recipe. Okay, so we've combined all our flours well together, and you're going to add some salt as well, around 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2. And now we're going to make a little well. As you can see, I've made a little well in the flour, and we're going to add our eggs in, and then you're going to assemble the dough by mixing it at low speed. At this point as well, you can add around 2 tablespoons of olive oil just to help the dough. So when your dough looks like this, a little bit crumbly, a little bit wet, we're just going to add some hot water and help the dough just stick together. So just around 50 ml of hot water. Okay, so as you can tell, our dough is assembled. It's formed a good shape, and you want it to be like this consistency, so not too soft, not too hard, so that you can punch it and, you know, form your knuckles in it. So this is how we've done it. It took around 5 minutes to knead it all together, and now we want to rest this for a few hours in a warm place, just to let it rest and prove. And we're not expecting much of a rise, but still to just let the dough rest so we can form our dough properly when we're making our ravioli shapes. So guys, to make our ravioli filling, here are our ingredients. So I made some dairy-free paneer. You basically use any dairy-free milk you prefer, boil it, add lemon water, any acidity, and let that curdle. So this is our dairy-free paneer that we're going to be using in place of ricotta. But you can use ricotta if you'd like, or any other cheese that you prefer. Here's our spinach, roughly chopped into fine pieces, and you want this to be quite small and match the texture of our paneer, because you don't want too big pieces in your ravioli. And we've got some garlic and chives and parsley from the garden. We're going to cook the garlic off and then add all our filling together. So I'll show you what we do and how we make our filling. So firstly, in a pan, we're just going to heat up some oil and then add our garlic. As you can tell, we've golden browned and slightly fried off our garlic. So we're just going to add it to the spinach mixture. Now to this, we're going to add our chives and our paneer. As you can tell, it looks really nice and fresh, and we've added our paneer. We're also now going to add some lactose-free cream cheese, and we're adding this because we want it to combine as a mixture and be slightly wet, so then when we fill our ravioli, it sticks together and the mixture doesn't crumble out. So we're using this one. Obviously you can use whatever cream cheese or any cheeses that you prefer. If you want to experiment with the fillings, you can. So today we're just using spinach, but you can use mushrooms, corn, aubergines, anything you like really. We're just keeping it simple today with the garlic, paneer, and spinach stuffing. So you just want to mix this well. Here we've added our cream cheese, and now we're just going to mix. Okay, now to season our stuffing, we're going to add around 1 teaspoon of salt. You can add more or less depending on how, like what your family likes. We're also going to be adding quite a generous amount of black pepper because black pepper really heightens the taste. You can add green chilies for more kick if you want, but I prefer using black pepper. And yeah, if you want to add any other seasonings at this point, we are going to add a little bit of basil, but we're going to keep it a little bit simple and just add this and then a few red chili flakes. For our last ingredient, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of our special herb and chili mix. And as I said, because we're adding this, we don't really need to add any more chili, because we've got black pepper, we've got the red chili flakes. But if you want to add green chilies whole, then that's completely your choice and what your family prefer. Okay guys, so this is how our dough's turned out even after a few hours. So it's quite not firm but not soft. It's the texture that we need. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and knead it, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to make our ravioli shapes. Okay, so you just want to knead this dough with the palm of your hand like this, and as you can tell, the dough is really cooperating. It's not breaking, or there's no cracks like how you would with a normal gluten-free dough. So just follow the ingredients and the recipe and you'll get a really good dough. So you want to like roll this into a ball, and then we're going to roll this into a thin sheet and cut circles out of it to make our ravioli. So here you can see we rolled it out quite thinly and it doesn't break at all. So you want it around this thin, hasn't broken, and we're going to use a little cup or whatever device or utensil you have to make little circles so we can make our shapes. And then we'll fill them with our stuffing and then cover it with another circle. As you can see here, we filled them with our stuffing, and now with the leftover circles, we're going to cover them and then press them so they look like this little ravioli shapes. You can tell they're really well formed, they're not breaking, they've held the stuffing, and you can make little designs on the end like I have, depending on what you like. So we cooked these for around 8 minutes in boiling water, and you can tell how soft they've become, and this is when you'll know that they're ready. So here, as you guys can tell, our pasta is ready. We put it in some sauce. You can use whatever sauce you'd like. We used tomato sauce and garnished with some fresh herbs, and you can tell that the pasta has kept its shape. It's turned out really good. And it's completely gluten-free and dairy-free. And if you like this recipe, then do give it a like. Share with your gluten-free friends and family so they can make gluten-free pasta ravioli at home. With the gluten-free pasta dough recipe I've shared, you can make any types of pasta with it. So noodles, long straight pasta, penne pasta, any type of pasta that you'd like. It's a really good recipe. So if you want any more information, then do comment and follow my Instagram. I hope you like this recipe and do like and share. Thank you so much for watching.